Since 1980, we have been telling you the same truths. We have been telling the public everywhere and any way possible the same truths. We have been telling you that there is a new time at hand and new epoch at hand. But we have also given you warnings of those things which would happen. We have told you clearly that there would be limited and ultimately nuclear warfare. We have told you that Saudi Arabia would align financially with Russia. We have told you that it would ultimately be up to China to intervene and stop events from escalating into total destruction. How many years have we said this to you? And how many years have people said, "Oh, how interesting are these many prophecies? How interesting these things are. Let us study them. Let us think about them." But no one has said, "Let us prepare. Let us change our path so these things can be avoided." And there is one purpose and one purpose only of prophecy. It is not to utter destruction and damnation that flows from God. It is to give everyone a chance to interact with their own futures so they can create a better tomorrow and avoid calamity and destruction. Think we have also warned you for the same period of time about global warming, and everyone has just foo-fooed every warning. And when someone would try to do something to correct the situation, others would just simply do something even more destructive and offset the benefits that would be gained environmentally by the earth. Now you have seen in this utter devastation in Florida, a community built with solar energy as a source, with environmental standards, actually utilizing the environment to protect the community from flooding. And what happened? North of them, south of them, everything destroyed, and in the middle of it all, there they are. Because they did what needed to be done. And yet, what will your politicians and your community planners do? Will they go and look at this model? Or will they simply say, "Let us build back cheap, let us appease people, let us make the economy boom and build back quickly," even though the severity of storms is escalating, and even with the fact that they know the intensity and frequency are both increasing? You are fools trying to live for your moment without planning for your future, because all you are interested in your selfish greediness, is yourself right this moment. And where has that gotten you? Every time humanity lives that way, it ultimately brings them to the very thing they would wish to avoid. They seek to rape and pillage the earth, and they end up impoverishing themselves and living in the poverty that they create through their own selfishness. Oh, so some leaders want more power and more land. And through that selfishness, they would gain it, no matter what the cost, even if it means leaving conventional warfare behind. And that does not mean that conventional warfare is good, for all war is evil. Humanity just seems to enjoy its self-destruction. It is manifest in the ego. And what will be gained? Power for the temporal. A man that lives 60, 70, 80, 90, maybe 100 years will be gone in just a flash of time. And time will march on, and their foolishness will be gone, but the results of it will not. It will be there for the next generation, and the next generation, and the next generation to clean up. That is where your world is today. So, we again tell you the dire warnings that prophets bear to you are not to tell you this cannot be avoided, but they are to tell you that if you act now, you can always change things for the better. And it is your responsibility to do so. Or you and your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren will suffer the consequences of your arrogant stupidity. We leave you with blessings and with peace. Peace be with all of those who hear and who act.